Charlie's enjoying her grevillea flower. We're on a walk. She's having a good old nibble. A good old nibble of the leaves. You're supposed to lick the nectar in the flower, Charlie. That's what I got it for you for, but I guess she wants some roughage in her diet. Here's the Beauregard. We're on a walk this morning. It's not early morning, I don't know what time it is, it's about 11:30. But we're on an earlier walk than we usually do because I lost my keys yesterday that had fallen off the leash, these purple ones. And it sent me into a tailspin. Spent the whole night searching the house, and I thought, I know I normally put them on the leash. So I know the last place they were there was the leash. And I called my friend Margot because I thought maybe they fell off or, I'd left them at her house. And then I inculcated her into my nightmare looking for my bloody keys. Sorry about that, Margot. Anyway, it was night time by then. I said, well, we can't do anything now because we can't see in the dark. So I got out this morning and I thought, I'll take the animals for a walk and see if I can see my keys. And I'm not a Catholic or a Christian, but I put a little prayer out to St. Anthony, who is the Catholic saint of lost objects and causes, I think. And I don't know if he was a Catholic saint first or maybe he derives from the Fae, but I thought it won't hurt to put out a little prayer, because, it's just a nice little energy to ask the universe for assistance sometimes, because we're in this life alone and we need sometimes a little bit of assistance. So I'm walking towards my gate and I'm going, St. Anthony, St. Anthony, St. Anthony, can you please help me find my keys, because they've got to be out here somewhere. And funnily enough, I step outside the gate and I was about to turn right because I expected the keys to be on the path coming back from Margot's because I did the circuit of the neighbourhood. But no, they were to my left. They must have fallen off the leash yesterday just as I was beginning my walk to go to Robin and Peter's house because it was his birthday and I was dropping off a little box of chocolates. So I thought, isn't that weird that they were there? Because I wouldn't have thought to look there, but luckily I did, and they were actually only just about a couple of metres to the left of my front gate. So I'm a very happy mummy. I've got my keys back. I really hate losing keys because not only is it stressful not having them, but it's expensive to replace them all. It's a hassle, and I just don't do hassles. I'm already hassled by just my very existence of being alive, so I don't like to intensify the stress by losing keys. Having said that, I've got a long history of getting locked out of the house, or when Crystal was a baby I even locked the keys inside the car and had to get my then husband to drive across Wellington City to help me get into my car, and drama. Everything was a drama with him though, because he was the most unpleasant man. But anyway, I think maybe in those days, because I had baby brain as well, I was unconsciously deliberately sabotaging myself because I was that frickin' unhappy. But anyway, having said that, keys are very symbolic. They open doorways and portals to new dimensions. What's on the other side of the door? Either a surprise or a horror. Ha ha ha. St. Anthony, you helped me find my keys, but you didn't help me stop being a weird philosophical urchin. So there we go. But look, here is my Charlie being delightful. I've been going through my memories the last few days. Well, every day I go through them on Facebook. And it came up in my memories back over the last few days in 2014, so that's 7 years ago now, when I fell in love with a South American macaw in a pet shop that cost $6,500, and I was yearning to buy it. And I was still going on about it in today's status update from 7 years ago, because I get a bit obsessed when I fall in love with things. So anyway, I was laughing about it today because I referred to the blue and yellow macaw as the bluebird happiness, and I had to have it as though as though a bird is the complete cure of your depression and unhappiness. But here's the weird thing about that. No, you can't go. They're at work. They're working today, Bobo. It's trying to dive bomb Margot's house over there. Margot is working. We had a lovely visit yesterday, and then we drove her nuts about my keys. I think she needs a mental health break from us today. So anyway, where was I? Yes, the bluebird happiness. So it occurred to me yesterday, I had a little giggle about it, that after obsessing for weeks over that beautiful, it was a splendid bird. Not only was it beautiful physically, but had a beautiful spirit. That's why I wanted it. I knew it was going to be just the most wonderful friend for somebody. It was just a sweet, sweet creature, even though it had a beak with like 1,000 psi and could crush my hand if it wanted to. But anyway, after all that obsessional breastbeating about my level of poverty and thinking even about selling my car to buy this particular bird, which I admit was a tad insane, I got gifted this little creature with her blue head, the bluebird of happiness, in 2007. Yes, it was 2017. Jenny and Rhiannon gave her to me. So I put out enough energy into the universe to be gifted a lovely birdie. But she's not a South American macaw, and she's a sweet little girl. She loves her mama too, but she didn't quite have the same spirit, but then she's slightly less dangerous, I suppose. Look at her. Look at her. Another house being demolished, so we're going to have freaking weeks of trucks and noise and dust and shit again, but that's what's happening. The neighbourhood is gentrifying with the wealth and demolishing shitty old homes and putting up modern mausoleums, and that's progress, I guess, but it's still awful that they kill all the trees to do it. But, oh well. There's nothing I can personally do about that except send a scream of outrage out to the cosmos for all the trees and all the fae that get rendered homeless, and the devastation and the horror that humans wreak on the earth every time they build a frickin' house. Here's my little old domain. Yes, when I die or get moved on from here, whichever happens first, I'll be knocking this down and building a huge monstrosity on here too. Yes, or if I win lotto and buy it, I would do the same. So, I'm no better than the other humans wanting something fresh and new and lovely. Right, here we are, back at Sacred Space. Sacred Space. No hawkers, no proselytizers, no psychic vampires, no trespassers. And my little infinity symbol, and my little khamsa for luck and protection. And here, because I realised that my foreboding sign was scaring the majority of people away and causing a lot of hostility in the neighbourhood, on the back I wrote, don't know if you can quite see it, true, authentic, love, welcome, here, and I added a love heart because I'm always love starved and hoping for a beautiful love partner. And I added recently an Irish cladder because I don't want just any love partner. I want someone loyal and faithful and decent. And then I put an infinity symbol, which you can't quite make out. Where is it? Because you can't quite make it out, but it's there. Because true love is forever. And I'm not giving up on the dream. I'm just not. Charlie, I'm 56 and I'm still not giving up on the psychedelic dream and hoping and praying for a loving family and a loving partner and happiness and peace and joy and good health and prosperity and safety. Did I mention peace? Huh. In this COVID paradigm, it's a bit difficult to wrangle, but we did it today. We found our flower for Charlie, and we found our keys, and there's a glorious light in the garden today, well everywhere, but particularly in my garden. A glorious, glorious light. And in spite of the travesty and the horror, I'm happy. So there is that. Have a beautiful day, people. Love and blessings from Sacred Space. Bye for now.